In Australia, there are over 330,000 more women than men, creating a noticeable dating imbalance, especially for women over 28 in urban areas. Our services help women navigate this man drought by offering smarter matchmaking, real-time video connections, and a curated pool of serious, ready-to-date singles.
Men always assume this, and I, for the life of me, do not understand. Anytime my friend and I invite guys to come to our singles events, they always assume that it's going to be 80% majority men. Like, they'll be like, oh, like, I think it's going to be a sausage fest. Like, I think I speak for most guys when I say, like, we're not going to come because it's all going to be other guys. That's not the case, ever. Like, I've gone to multiple singles events. I'm hosting singles events now myself. In every situation, it's majority women. And they're all really cool, fun, attractive women. In New York, women here, in my personal experience, they are very willing to sign up for events. They're willing to put in effort to make connections with people, both platonic and romantic. And I have found it not to be the case for men. So I don't know where that perception's coming from. If anyone has any idea, what is that barrier? The reason that we're reaching out to these men is because it's harder to get men to sign up for these events. And yet when we ask them to sign up, they say they don't want to sign up because they think it will all be men. And it's like, no, the reason I'm reaching out to you is because there is no men. Like, what is it? I don't understand.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care. Jerry.
Okay, so I recently went to a singles event, and it was 90% women. And I was wondering, like, where's all the dudes? I don't know, but they're not there. And that's cool, not like I care.
Well, clearly you do care, or you wouldn't have caked on makeup, propped up the phone, checked the lighting, and shared this if you didn't care. This and many other cases just bring the point home. Modern women are lost and real men know it. Chicks like this will witness the drought and unconsciously realize that they caused this drought, but the denial is so strong that they just pretend like everything is fine now. Not exactly an original take, lady. Here are the top comments. You want men to voluntarily sign up for rejection and humiliation to boost your ego? I would guess this was her primary motive, but let's be honest here. If men did show up, that ego would be bruised more than it already is. Men don't go to singles events. We've got work and bills to handle. Cheers, mate. You walked past him or drove past him on your way to the singles event. I've been to one of these singles events. The women rejected almost all of the men that were trying to approach them. Also, the fact that most of these events let women in for free while men have to pay is also a turnoff too, especially when there's no guarantee that the man is actually going to get what he wants out of it. Exactly. In other words, they understand their value. Next clip.
All right, someone fess up. Someone fess up. Which alpha male podcaster is telling these men, before you ask a girl out, tell her you're poor. Tell her you're poor and see if she'll still go out with you. I know it's coming from someone.
Can women effectively fight in these wars like men can?
I feel like if they were in war, and more technology could be advanced if we were in it more. We don't have a position there. If we had more time in there, I feel like we could develop and find our own use in war. Women can.
Yeah, but what about the fighting part?
They probably could fight too.
You think that women could fight?
Yes.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you think if you had a foreign nation with an all-female military,
Yes.
had the same technology as an all-male military,
Same technology?
same technology,
Makes a difference then.
same technology, okay, and they went to battle with each other,
Yes.
do you think that it would be equal?
No.
Why?
Stronger men.
Yeah, so the force applicator, right? So like no matter what, we're just always going to kind of come back to men kind of have to do that fighting part more than women, right? Like I don't see a way around it.
Sometimes one clip answers another guy. Can't avoid the opportunity when you see it. These movies out now, the ones that are supposed to be a feminist drama, mostly just serve as cringe comedy. You usually see a 45-year-old woman in leather armor flipping some dude with muscles on muscles onto his back. Now for guys, this is just insanity. Throw a chick with pink hair into the theater, and suddenly they think to themselves, if only we were there on D-Day, battle would be over in 10 minutes. Cracks me up every time. The comments are, the gun is doing the killing. A man or woman holding it doesn't make a difference. Bro, what? Nah, let's send these feminists to the front lines. It would allow the soldiers to get some stretching in, I guess. How many males during war fight with their actual fists and how many shoot guns? Why does he think a woman can't pull a trigger? Anything to make himself feel above women, huh? Okay, this is getting wild. You realize that physical strength is more than just punching and taking fire, right? Am I dreaming here? Put this guy in the octagon against any woman in the UFC. Let's see what happens. I mean, it's been done with other men. Don't see why we have to throw him in there to understand how it has already gone down. Good Lord, that was crazy. Moving on, hopefully to a place with more common sense.
The boss and you're interviewing an employee and they're like, well, I'll listen to you when I agree, but when I don't agree with you, I'm just gonna do what I want. I would not hire that person as an employee.
That's one of the biggest issues I have in relationships, is that because that's how I am.
To be submissive is to be subordinate. It means that you are not in charge. It means that there is somebody above you who has authority over you. And this is my little old lady wisdom for you girls. If you want a man who is about business and he can handle, and he's a good leader, and he's like competent, he's independent, he's like one of these top tier guys that you want that's like confident and knows what he's doing. That type of man is not going to put up with strong independent woman and going, well, but I think we should be doing it this way and I really don't agree with you. Like, if you want a guy who's gonna put up with that, he's gonna be a little bit of a soft kind of guy who's gonna let you walk all over him, and you're probably not gonna be attracted, and you're probably not gonna respect him. So you kind of have to pick one.
Thank you. We are getting back on track here. Women working in the workforce, on paper, seemed like a good idea to the naive people who pushed for it to happen. But by doing that, they split allegiance between two men. And in this specific case, the fact that women come home and refuse to acknowledge the natural hierarchy while listening to a man who isn't part of the household, well, that's just a recipe for disaster. Traditionally, the only employment that women partook in, if it wasn't for a few designated occupations, was being a homemaker, which, regardless of what the media propagates, was once the honorable thing to do. The comments are, they are shocked, because visually, this looks like the type of woman that told them feminism was the end-all be-all. A real Trojan horse situation for sure. A real man will not let no Western modern woman control him at all, and the less feminine that a Western modern woman is, the more she is going to struggle in her everyday life. Bingo, gold star for you. They're the worst backseat drivers ever. Just throw them in the boot or give them the boot. There can only be one. Next clip.
Define soft life.
Soft life is ease. A nice, easy life, like everything's easy. Everything is being taken care of, and I really don't have to do it. If I want to work, I can, but I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's being presented to me to receive.
When I hear women talk about soft life, I oftentimes get disgusted because it just seems like they don't want, you don't want to be a teammate, you don't want to be a partner, you want to be a companion. Like, you know what I'm saying? A companion, like, you just here to kick it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I done did everything. So I done took all the risks. I done made all the investment. And you want to eat. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if we were, because you have business, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like, if you would let me partner in your business where you pay for everything, you take all the risk. And then I'm like, yes. But when you hit, though, it's ours. It's ours.
And you live a soft life.
Look at me crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just that proposition, like that proposal to me, be like, yeah, I want a soft life.
Yeah,
like, I don't understand why any man would look at that and be like, cool.
Well, I've experienced,
like, you know what I'm saying? And then how you making my life soft? Or am I supposed to have the hard life so you can have the soft life?
All right, she defined it, so let's define it ourselves for a minute here. And man, was that cringeworthy the way she marinated in her own words for a moment. The guy here missed the mark a bit because in an ideal situation, this woman wouldn't be involved in a business. She's doing what she was wired to do. That's just a fact. That aside, she said a whole lot of nothing that basically boiled down to, in a perfect relationship, I should be able to do whatever I want, play around, and expect a cut for me and me alone on payday. If this isn't lost, I don't know what is. The comments are, ain't gonna hold you, dog. I run from all princesses and soft life talk. I don't need a dependent. It's just asking for a license to be a child at this point. This is a new age philosophy for young women who like to manipulate gullible men. How are you 20 talking about a soft life? You mean you're tired of having sex with everybody, and now you just want to live off your boyfriend because you can't live off your parents, because at what point has your life been hard? You don't have a house, you don't have a car, you haven't worked your way up to a business over 10 years, I'm trying to understand. You answered the question in the first sentence. If it's, quote, new age, it's a no. Moving on.
I just gotta admit, I live in downtown Austin, I don't pay rent. I'm like one of those like spoiled rich kids that doesn't pay rent.
What do your parents do for a living?
I love my parents so much.
It's a great answer. What do they do for a living?
They were both lawyers.
They're retired?
My dad's retired, yes.
Okay. Mom's dead?
No, she's still alive.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they're both like.
Do you get like an allowance, or how does this work?
Well, I mean, where I'm staying is technically like
no offense,
their place.
We talked about dating. Well, what do you put on your Hinge profile for a job? Like when people ask you, yeah, I see why you were triggered at the beginning in terms of what do you do for a living? The easiest first question I could ever ask on this entire show. And I see why you were triggered. Mm-hmm. Because you're just a spoiled brat. So like every time you go on a date and we're talking about how they're actually making progress in life and being productive members of society, they want to see what you're like. And you're like, I mooch off of my retired parents because I want to get TikTok famous. Also, you're not going to get TikTok famous from this show, so I hope you're not thinking that.
Yeah.
They won't be able to find you. Your name's fake.
Yeah.
And I'm bleeping that.
No, I know. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, that's why I'm trying. I'm a recovering spoiled brat.
Not recovering. You're still being a spoiled brat.
So she's recovered, but she still lives rent-free in a progressive city? So what are we trying to say here? I'm at a loss. Honestly, guys, whether it's body count or how they've been primed financially, the past will always matter for women. If someone like this wants a ring and you already know she's a Silver Spoon 304 with litigators for parents, run. Seriously, any guy who looks at this and thinks it's a good idea needs to be strapped in and medicated for their own good. One more note, obviously, she was on the show to get clout. I'm glad the dude didn't give it to her. Here are the top comments. It hurts to listen to her voice. Nails on a chalkboard. Why is it such a difficult topic for her to discuss? I can answer that. She has no idea what she's talking about. Her trying to pretend she's ever going to be a functional adult, shake my head. Like any woman that's been coddled, it's game over, baby. Honestly, he is probably the first guy to call her out, and deep down, she knows it. I wish my family was wealthy enough to pay for my crap. Stay strong, Kenneth. Make your own way. Because if you don't, this is your reward.
I would have boyfriends and never post them once. I will hide you till the day I die because I didn't want to share that I had a boyfriend because I wanted to still see if there was other options out there for me. I know this is toxic and horrible to say. Everyone keep on moving on.
Damn. Imagine thinking you locked in and the whole time your girl is soliciting offers to try to monkey branch to the perceived next best option. It's a dirty game. Anyway, whether you've cheated or you haven't before, we all know cheating is wrong, but I want to know your opinion on cheating. Typically, men cheat just to get new experiences. You know, we're greedy, lack of discipline, whatever. You cheat, you go back home. A lot of times women cheat for replacement options, right? So which cheating do you think is worse? Cheating just to get a new experience or cheating for a replacement option? Which do you think is the worst and why? Either way, it's a dirty game. Stay focused.
All right, bud, let's backtrack here. I think the word you're looking for is novelty. You can get an experience riding a roller coaster at Six Flags, but I get the spirit of the argument. Men cheat to stay, women cheat to leave. It's no secret that I think discipline will lead to a lack of infidelity for both parties, which is a good thing. That said, it's obviously worse when a woman cheats because in the modern world, there's no difference between shopping for new clothes and shopping for a new ride. Yet another reason to leave the lost and focus on the real game. Here are the comments. 90% of women in committed relationships have a backup plan. This is just the ones being honest. Your phrasing hurts my brain a bit, but yes, you are 100% correct. She's not yours, it's your turn. Gents, please focus on your purpose. There's an echo in the room, and I'm loving it. Keep it up, people. I love the fact that these women keep posting these things for the world to see. It's like a tiger sneaking up on you only to produce a massive fart and scare you away. These women go viral with their evil ways and we get to run far away. Win-win. Now this is what I'm talking about. It's why we do what we do, to share the warning signs. Next clip.
No one wants the perfect guy. He sucks. He's a loser. He's boring. Normalize dating men that are like the worst people on the planet.
Why? Because I don't think women understand that, like, you guys are very replaceable. You even said it yourself when she gave her own traits. Hey, there's another girl that can do that. Well, you're very right, because the threshold for us to be attracted to a woman is very low. Be attractive, don't be a pain in the ass, don't be a... We'll go out with you. But you guys, on the other hand, I need to be tall, I need to be charming, I need to be cool. Money, you know, she went with some millionaires, and she said they're not interesting, they don't have a vibe. So it's very hard to please women. So the reality is, if you're going out on a date with a guy, that means he's been vetted to some degree. It's really your privilege to go out with him. Okay. But I always find it interesting how, like, girls kind of like look at it like I'm the prize. Not really, I don't think so.
You're not. Replaceable and undateable. And this is why the lost, when it comes to modern women, are lost for good. In time, maybe later generations will heal, but the current batch is spoiled beyond recognition. Dating, or God forbid, marrying a woman in these camps is like asking for a broken compass before heading out to sea. All of the information is out there to make the sound decision, and if you fail to acknowledge said warning signs, well, the consequences are on you. The comments are, "You're replaceable too." "Oh man, you got 'em. Tell me about your cats over coffee sometime." How many pretty girls are there versus how many successful men with lots of money are there? Pretty does not translate into value today, Chris. You might want to put the simp juice down and go home. Men are the prize, women are the prize. The prize is the connection. Making it sound like a competition ruins the fun. Gee, I wonder who introduced this dynamic to the modern world. In other words, women are extremely picky because in reality, they do not like guys and they have no libido either. They are literally not attracted to men. The fertility rate and birth rate and prevalence of divorce proves it. There's also extremely high levels of marital dissatisfaction. These comments are crazy today. Brother, no. What's caused this is a philosophical schism that feminists created to have a party early in exchange for a lifetime of loneliness. Libido is like 0.00001% of the issue here. All right, next clip. Yep, don't see how libido plays any role in what just happened here, my guy. Back to the books for you. Here are the top comments. Stupid actions have consequences, and this is the simple truth and the right answer. He got mad for no reason. The reason. Oh no, the consequences of my actions. He wasn't mad because you poured water on him, he was mad because you poured the water in his car. I mean, maybe both, right? Why is every rude behavior nowadays called a prank? I would do the same. I'm with him. As you should be. Next.
She told me that you shouldn't judge someone by their clothes, right? Okay, now let's do a quick test here. Now, if you see someone wearing a police uniform, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would assume that they're probably a police officer.
Yeah.
Ah, why would you assume that?
Because of the uniform?
Don't judge people by their uniform or their outfit. If you saw someone wearing a fireman's outfit, you probably assume that they are a firefighter. Don't judge anyone by their outfit or their uniform. It doesn't make sense. So.
Not my answer, guys.
If you're wearing a firefighter's outfit, you're probably a firefighter, right? If you're wearing a police officer's outfit, you're probably a police officer. If you're wearing an outfit, you probably...
A lesson for everyone. The signs for loss are all there. Here are the top comments. It's the Dave Chappelle bit from Killing 'Em Softly. A policeman or firefighter has to wear that uniform. It's not something they choose or would wear off duty. He can't compare a uniform to an outfit you choose yourself. And yet, he did, and the point works. There is a lot of sense in this clip. More like women of the night. What's 304? Sir, welcome to the journey. It's gonna be a wild ride. If you were in a streetwalker's outfit, you're probably a lady of the night, red light district. Women try to manipulate so bad that these simple rules and conversations has to be dissected this way. It's a tough gig, but it has to be done. Guys, the comments today were absolutely wild. They're really kicking and screaming out there. Moments like this make you feel really blessed for just walking away. And if you made it to the end of this video, I want to say I appreciate you guys, so don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment to have a chance to win, and hit that subscribe button for daily videos. And if you could take a quick sec to subscribe to the second channel, Man Guide Reacts, link is down below in the description so we can be sure that our message will keep on reaching the new men out there. I wish you all tremendous success.